Hi everyone, very good afternoon. Welcome to Carnation Crafts TV. I'm Dave, lovely Laura's with me as well. How are you?
I'm good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm all right. Always look forward to the launch of a brand new collection from Carnation, and that is launch day today. It's called A Warm Welcome, and it's all about autumn. The autumn shades, it's turning now, isn't it? The last couple of days.
You can see it, can't you?
You can see
and
it
the
on
weather as well. I feel like it's starting to get a bit cold now.
Absolutely, yeah. Heated to go on soon. But this is the warm welcome. Already 30% of the entire stock is gone. We've done one live show. Just one live show and 30%'s gone. This is the main card blank. We always give you a card blank with the collection, and this one is a really versatile card blank. It's called the Dorsal card shape. Dorsal meaning kind of spine. So this will fold like a right angle. And you've got this panel which you can of course put all the foliage and leaves on and your mushrooms on, toadstools, that sort of thing. Also you can put the sentiments on that are just next to it. And the sentiments are lovely. We both adore the font on these. And they're lovely and large and they're unusual with cheer, wonderful and fine friend. The idea is that they can attach to this, what looks like a fence there, that goes into the spine and then allows you to attach the sentiment a little bit like that. Get the idea? So it just attaches onto the centre line there, which is rather unusual and rather lovely. Then we go on to the florist flourishes with your branches, foliage, leaves, that sort of thing, branching out with the tree trunk. It's only half a tree trunk, but if you do your double-sided vignettes, it can become a full tree trunk. Then further down there, you've got your flourishes or your forager's bounty, and let's get ready to ramble with the taking your shoes or your boots off at the end of a bit of a long day on your feet, going for a ramble, whatever, and the footstool there too. And the final, my absolute favourite element in this is the little squirrel collecting his acorns there. A light snack, or maybe not, as the case may be. So that is the brand new collection, 30% gone. It's 250901. If you buy it today, it's just $119.99. It will go up, of course, to $134.99 by the end of the week. So if you order it today, everyone gets the brand new launch low price. And in the UK, no P&P to pay whatsoever. Free UK delivery. If you're in the US, good news for you, there are no tariffs at the moment. This is tariff free. That may change tomorrow or the day after, but at the moment it is tariff free for you, and your shipping and handling is $4.95. If you add in your perfect papers or something like that, then it goes to £14.95. Now, 30% of that has gone. Now, when we started the live show earlier, a couple of hours ago, this was on 20%. Now it's 45% of the entire stock of this is gone. You're loving this. It's a mixture of the design of it and the fact that it's only $29.99. I say it again, and I said it earlier, I would have thought $49.99. The real price of this will later this week go back up to $44.99, which is still a good price for what you get. But $29.99 today gets you this beautiful triptych mirror card shape, which makes the most incredible cards. We'll go through the boards in a second with Laura. And then the perfect papers, which of course is always 300 GSM cardstock. This colourway that you can see at the top here, all these lovely colours, are designed to go with the artwork, which you can print off now, the vignettes from the Carnation Crafts website, carnationcrafts.co.uk. I'll show you some of the DT team, the design team samples in a second, but Laura's going to show you exactly what you get die-wise with the boards.
Yeah, so we'll do the dorsal card shape first. So you can see you've got one die that gives you the complete card base, which leaves in this aperture in the centre. The score lines are built in. This will just fold up on itself, and you can see that's how that will stand. This is the base, and that gives you the card shape. But when Dave shows you the samples, you'll see they've done them in a mix of different ways. You can cut the base off, use it like a DL card. There's lots of different ways you can put that together. And then you've got this panel that you can see there, which does go in, so you can see those little gaps that you've got there. These will just fit into there, and then you can pop your sentiment there. So that's what's going to give you that sentiment that just sticks out of that spine there. So that's your card shape to start off with. And then in that card shape, you've also got these flowers. I love the colorways in here. You've got that orangey gold florals with that deep dark red as well, and then that pop of cream. They look so pretty, really eye-catching. And because you've got that large bouquet there, you've got almost that centre bottom layer there. You can build these up. You can change the shape of it. You get a lot of decoupage as well. So obviously you can decoupage them on top of the flowers, but you could change the shape of these as well if you wanted to. Then obviously the sentiments. These are just so pretty. They are such a lovely size as well. These could easily be the focal point of your projects or your cards. And then you could add in other sentiments as well. So you could add this in and put a stamp sentiment next to it, or you could mix and match these up with other dies as well. So you've got with cheer, wonderful, and fine friend. And then you've got branching out. So you've got that lovely tree trunk there. Look at the artwork you've got in there with the moss on the bottom. It is so detailed. And in here you've got cut lines. Now you've got a cut line right for there. The branch will fit perfectly in there. So if you want to put the branch on there and then have the birdhouse hanging from the branch, or add those in, you can do that. And then you've got two different branches, which I love that they've given you those in different colorways as well. So you've got the green, and then you've got the more autumn colors. So you can mix and match these up. Maybe somebody emailed in the earlier show saying that they thought the dogs would look lovely with this. You know, maybe you want to add the dogs there, and then you're going to make it with the green leaves to make it more of a spring summer card. You could absolutely do that, or add the autumn leaves in and make it more autumn, or you can mix them up so it's like kind of what the trees are like now, where they're just starting to turn.
It just made me think of dog. I don't own a dog, but you know, walking the dog in the autumn must be the loveliest thing.
Yeah, so pretty now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then you've got your florist flourishes. So these are just the ones that you are going to use time and time again. They are your grounding elements, your tuck-in elements. These are going to work with all of the elements in the kit. You can see you've got branches, you've got like fabric, you've got branches that you can just tuck in, build those scenes up. You've even got leaves there. So these are just going to fit in and around and really build up those scenes. Then you've got your Forager's Bounty. I love this. Again, the artwork in this is so incredibly detailed. The shading you have in those mushrooms and the light, they look amazing. You can easily snip into these as well, so you could make them smaller. If you wanted to use them individually, you can easily snip into them. And then a light snack. He's just so cute, isn't he?
He is great.
You do have the mat as well for him, so if you want to bring him to the focal point, or if you want to build that up even more. And then you've got your acorn that you can decoupage up as well.
He's eating his own body weight in acorns.
And then let's get ready to ramble. So you've got your hat, you've got those hiking boots or walking boots, and then you've got that little stool as well, which I think is such a lovely image. Again, just having them on your card, you know, they're going to be perfect for this time of year as well.
Beautiful. So that's the main collection, which is a warm welcome. Perfect for this time of the year. And I did mention it earlier on that a lot of people get collections for spring, summer and winter and Christmas, but not so much autumn. So this could be one that's lacking in your collection. And this goes so well with it as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is going to work perfectly with the collection. Also, this is just one that's going to work perfectly with every collection that you have. So the card will sit like this. Equally, you can put those to the back, or you could have them kind of like a crisscross card. You could just use the center one on its own and have that as your card. There's lots of different ways that you can put this together. You've got the bases there that you could add on. So you've got the smaller one for the sides and the bigger one for the top. You've got those lovely matte layers there, and you've got your tag there. You've also got like a ribbon here, which has got a fold line on it. So you can make that really 3D as if it's actually bowing around something, which just looks amazing. But look at the detail that you get in here. And if I just turn that round, now when you look at that like that and you see all that ornate detail, if I cut that out in gold mirror card now, you'd instantly think of a wedding card or a Christmas card. In silver, you'd instantly go to a wedding card, an engagement card. If I did it in black, maybe you think of like a gothic Halloween type of card. You know, different colorways. This is going to work all year round. This is just one that you're going to keep out because you'll use it with so many collections.
And no word of a lie, when I first started in crafting telly years ago now, that would have been $99.99.
Yeah, because it is such a big die. 100% you need an A4 die cutting machine to run this through. You can see that like this is an A4. So you can see how big it is. So this is slightly smaller than A4, but your A4 die cutting machine it'll take up the width of the plate. That's how big that die is.
Well, like we said, it's only $29.99 for all of those dies. You can use the big elements, you can just use the smaller elements as well if you want to. So really versatile. 250909, but that looks like it's going to be the first to sell out. And this card shows you the sort of thing that you can create with it. This is just one of the colours from the Perfect Papers, the 300 GSM cardstock. Vera's made that into like a privacy screen with the beautiful florals on them.
Like that now, seen in that cream. I have no idea why, but that makes me think of like a baby card.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
I
see.
can imagine like that would be perfect as like
Like
a
an
baby
ornate
card.
cot or cradle or
Yeah,
something, yeah.
something like that.
Okay, let me show you a few more to show you how you can use the main collection. And thank you, Pearl, on Facebook. She's saying, the more I look at this collection, the more I'm liking it. Well, that's really good to know. It is just a very, very usable and versatile collection. And this one here, I haven't got a name on this one. Oh, hang on, what's that? It's Vera. Vera's done this one, but she's made it look like you're walking into the glen in a forest. It was very theatrical, very kind of stagey, beautiful, with lots of dimension. But I love the fact that sentiment's on the side there. We did get a few people asking, could you use the sentiment vertically and horizontally? The answer is definitely yes, you can. It will work that way perfectly, as well as that way vertically. Janine's done this one, and that's how she's made it, as a vertical card. Isn't that lovely? Next one, using this wonderful green that you'll find in your perfect papers as well. That's using all of it. Vera Bow's done that one. So it folds in the centre. You've got that almost like a gate effect or fence effect. That's what attaches the sentiment to it. But it really makes a feature of the sentiment, I think. And then if you don't want to use the sentiment, you don't have to. This is a horizontal card done by Vera again. Ooh, there we go. Rather lovely. So it works both ways. This is another one that's been done horizontally. So yes, very, very versatile. What's this one here? Here we go. This one is by Barbara Treadwell. Hi Barbara. The design team, as ever, have come up trumps. Everything absolutely spectacular. But your warm welcome is brand new today. No one else has it. We have it exclusively at the moment, and you can order it today for $119.99. That's for everybody, whether you are a brand new Carnation Crafts customer or a seasoned one. That's a discounted price for everybody. The price will go up to $134.99 later in the week. And remember, if you are watching in America, and the longer we go with our shows during the day, the more of a USA audience we have, because it's obviously still quite early in the morning there, you're tariff-free if you order today. We can't say when that's going to change, but at the moment, it's tariff-free. 250901 for the main collection, and lots of you going for the Triptych as well at the same time. Demo time. We'll see if we can get maybe 3 in today.
Yeah, right. So we're going to start off with the card base. So this is that dorsal card shape. So your card shape to start off with, you're going to run that through, and this is what you're going to get from your first cut. Your aperture with that woven style is built into your base. So one pass through your die cutting machine and you have this. Now your score lines are built into the die. So once you've run that through, all you're going to do is just fold on those score lines, and then you've got your card ready to go. So you've got your card shape, and you can see you've got those little cut lines in there, which is where we're going to add the sentiment. Now then you're also going to add in your mats and layers. Again, your mats and layers, you have the dies there ready for these. So I've cut these out. So I've used that like check gingham style pattern in the green from the perfect papers that we've got on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to add.
Don't forget all your essentials: glue, pin flare glue gel, the everyday glue, the PVA glue, all on the website as well. If you're shopping there for the main collection, look at what else is there.
Yeah, especially when you're in that free P and pre
Oh yeah.
bracket, I always. Oh,
Take
what else do I
advantage of it.
need? Yeah. Right, so we're going to add them in there. And
It's like a
you've-
plaid, isn't it, or gingham?
Yeah,
nice.
it's lovely, especially in that green. I do like the greenness in this. And then the same colour, but I've done it in the solid. I've gone in then with the next layer in the mats on the die shape. And then
I'm a fan of green if it's the right shade. I think green can look brilliant and lovely. It can also look awful depending on the shade that you've got. And I think the shades in this are beautiful.
yeah, it's like it has to be almost like a dark green for me. If it goes too light,
Kind of a sagey.
yeah, like a khaki stage colour, and then
Yeah.
it's
Of course,
lovely.
lots of us are having like the chalky green effects on our kitchen cupboards these days and furniture in our homes.
Yeah, it seems like a really popular colour at the minute, doesn't it?
And it goes with so much. That's why I think it's so popular.
Yeah, because you can add bits of anything in with it then, can't you?
Yeah.
Right, so again, next layer in. I'm just putting that on with some foam tape. And then we'll do this side as well while we're doing it. So you've got the mats and layers on the other side as well. So you can add this in. So if you want to use this as a base, or you just want to decorate the back as well, you can absolutely do that. So we've used 2 pieces so far from the perfect papers. That's going to sit there, and then for the top layer then I'm going to go back in with white, so I'm doing the same colourways. So I'm just going to add these in. So
Pam
these again are
Simpson's
dyes.
watching. Pam is in the design team. She's good afternoon, Laura, Dave and Bunny. Hi Pam. Another stunning collection. Beautiful autumnal colours, absolutely.
Oh, and Pam samples are beautiful as well.
All the DT team do fantastic work.
They do. It's so nice as well when I get to come in and see their cards, because they all, I feel like they all look at things completely differently, even though they've all had the same colourways, the same kit, but they'll still all look different.
Well, of course, you're watching at home and, or maybe at work, I don't know, getting inspiration from what the DT team have done and what Laura's doing. But of course, they, when they get it, have got no one to take inspiration from. They see it as just plain metal shapes.
Yeah, and the DT team is so good as well. They do post everything in our Carnation group. So if you do get your collection home and then you think, oh, I really want to see that card again or anything like that, they always post all of their card samples in our group as well. So there's always lots of inspiration there for you. Right, so we've added in the matte layers now to go on the top. So I'm going to do the same now for these base pieces. So I'm going to do the same colourways. So I'm following the same matte layers that I've done on the top. So I'm going to start with that.
And the dies give you the exact sizes to go either up or down in equal increments. So you're never worried about, is that going to fit? Is that the right angle?
No, and the lovely thing, even if I had a die that gave me this card base, but I didn't have the matte layers, there would be no way I'd be putting matte layers on this, because you've got angles and curves, and it would just be a nightmare to try and, it would be a no. I would just not do it. Try and work all them bits out. So you can just easily pop them in, and especially if you know as well, if you think, oh right, these are the colorways that I'm going to use, you can just cut out all of the layers, like the check. You can just put them on your plate and run all of those through at the same time, so it's just one pass.
The thing is, you've got no worry. You've got no worry about whether anything's going to fit, whether you've got the angle right, whether you've got the length of something right, and then you've got no worries about the colours that you're using either. So you can really get down to what the fun part of putting a card together is all about, the kind of creation of it.
Yeah, you don't have to go in and worry about anything. You can grab any colourways from the perfect papers and you know they're going to work. And the lovely thing as well, if you are somebody that makes and sells, because I've seen so many posts on my social media the last couple of weeks of people posting their pictures of their stalls and things. You know, you could make, so the card that I'm doing now, you could do this exact same card in all of the other colourways. So you could do it again now in the burgundy, then again in the cream, still using the check and the solid, and then again in the peach, and then you'd have 6 cards using different colours for the base. You can do the exact same thing on top, and then you could put them on your salt to sell, and they will still look so different, and all you've done is just use a different colourway, and it's just quick and easy to do as well. So great for me.
I know I've said it before, but I'm told this all the time. It's always people that say their Carnation craft cards are the ones that go the quickest. Always. Because they're so luxurious, they're different. What you charge for them is entirely up to you, but you can make and sell. Yeah,
so you can see now we've completed the matte layers, so that is our card will stand up. You've got that lovely aperture there in the centre. Every part of that is matte and layered, so every bit looks lovely. Then what we're going to do next is go in with the bracket, the spine part. Now I'm going to glue mine in, so I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on the edge of those.
Well, Penny Kruger is watching in South Alabama, USA. Hi, Penny.
Oh, what time is it there?
Yeah, let us know, Penny, what time it is.
It must be quite early there.
South Alabama. I'm not sure what the time difference is.
Now you can see you've got those little cut lines, and then you've got these little tabs, so they are just going to fit in there
Penny,
like that.
it's tariff free at the moment. Everyone watching in the USA, you don't pay any tariffs if you order right now. That can change maybe any day now, but at the moment, no tariff.
So they will just fit in, and then if you just give them a bit of a hold, use a wet glue if you were doing this, because then you're going to get the strongest bond with these, because obviously that's going to be a slightly movable part, so you don't want it to pop off. So just give that a little hold, and then you can see they just stick on there like that. And then I'm going to stick the sentiment on next, so I know where everything's going to go.
Fiona Abbott in the design team. Hi Fiona, good afternoon. Laura, Dave and Bunny. Loving Laura's demos as always. Absolutely loved working with this collection, especially with the autumn already on its way. It's perfect timing, isn't it really?
It is perfect timing. Thank you, Fiona. It is.
It's hard to believe it was only a week ago that we were in like 30-degree heat.
I know. It's scary though how quick. I went, was it last week or the week before? I went into the shop and there was Christmas decorations there.
Yeah.
And I just stood there looking for a couple of seconds, and I was like, am I seeing that right? That can't be Christmas decorations. I really had to look at them and think, am I looking at Christmas decorations? And then I realised, I was like, but it's September next week.
Yeah, we should be used to it. We've been surrounded by Christmas since June.
Yeah, that is true.
On other channels, absolutely.
But yeah, so it's officially autumn. When I see Christmas decorations, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. For me, it's when they talk about the start of Strictly. That's when I think, oh, okay, not far to Christmas. When Strictly Come Dancing gets promoted, I think, okay.
And you know.
Yeah.
So that is going to go on there. So I've got the mat. Now I've just glued that along the last edge of that spine. And then I've got with cheer. And I'm going to just add, where's my...
It's on your mat.
Ah, right there.
I thought my eyesight was bad. It's not that bad.
Oh, I honestly, I'm having my eye tested. I think it's next week. I feel like mine have gone terrible.
You don't wear glasses.
No, but I feel like I need to start. Yeah, I do feel like they've gone.
I had perfect eyesight until I got to 40, and then it went horribly wrong.
Oh, is it?
I had 20/20 vision for all of my 30s.
Ah.
Something changes when you hit 40. I don't know what it is. Well, it did with me anyway.
Well, next time you see me, Dave, I might have a pair of glasses on.
Pair of Dame Ednas.
Right, so I'm just going to add a bit of glue to these. Now the sentiments in these, you can see they've got that base. So you can see that strip that you have on the bottom.
Yeah.
So you can actually glue these to that spine on their own if you want to. So you've got that there that'll fit perfectly on those lines. But when you look at them, they've also got cut lines going around each individual sentiment letter. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Can you see the cut lines under the E?
It's like a little guide as to where to snip.
Yes, so if you want to snip that line out, you can snip that line out and just have the sentiment without that line there. So you've got little cut lines. Oh, you can see it there, like just under the E. So you can see them. So you've got those cut lines there. So you can just follow those lines. So you can cut the word out if you want.
And I think these are actually good for home decor too. You could have with cheer maybe in a little frame above a drinks cabinet. If you've got one of those in
you
the
can
lounge.
add them in. You know, they're going to be perfect for memory books. If you're doing scrapbooking, you're going to be able to use them in so many different ways. So I've got that there now. So I've got my sentiment. Just fold that back on itself. So I've got my sentiment, I've got my card base. So now I've got a card that looks like that before I've even done anything at all. All I've done
already,
is do a couple of passes of my die cutting machine. I've glued the mats and layers on, and obviously I've glued that sentiment onto the side. So, you know, they just look so effective, don't they? They look absolutely amazing. Now this one, we're going to go in with the tree trunk. So we're going to go in with branching out to start off with. Now, like I said, you have got a cut there. So you can add your branch.
Ah, perfect.
So you can add it in like
At
that.
whichever angle you want.
Yeah, so you can add that in, and then that will just go.
And I didn't realise it until towards the end of the last show we did at 10 o'clock, that because you've got vignettes and you can choose to have mirrored vignettes, you've got a left and a right. So if you wanted to, you could cut another one out and flip it, and then you've got a complete tree trunk.
Yeah, which looks amazing,
It does
doesn't
look
it? So
amazing,
you
yeah.
could add other elements in. I love the suggestion somebody said about adding in the dogs with them.
Yeah.
You know, there's just so much you could do with them. You know, we've even got images. Do you know what I can see? As soon as somebody said about the dogs, I don't think Bunny's going to remember what it's called. There's an image of a boy and a
I
girl
was just thinking
from the
that,
back.
From the back.
Yeah, in like raincoats.
With the wellies.
Yeah, with wellies on, and
was
I
thinking exactly the
instantly
same.
thought that would look awesome for them now, as if they're like running by the tree.
I can remember it. I can't remember the name of the
Yeah,
collection.
we can all picture it in our head, but none of us know the name. Young at Heart. Is it Young at Heart?
Young at Heart, could be. I'm not very good with remembering names, so
If I am right, Bunny, I am going to.
gonna
I'm
be-
never going to leave you live that
that's
down.
going to be impressive if you are right. And of course, if you wanted to get that guy, you're right. Well,
I'm
impressed.
amazed.
I'm impressed. Young at Heart, if you want the little boy and girl, brother and sister, or best friends, it's $14.99 because they would work beautifully. And we've got a code 210-828. 210-828 will get you the little boy and girl. You can't see their faces, it's just basically
No.
the back of their images in their wellies.
Yeah, which would look so cute
It would,
there now, as
yeah.
if they were running. Bunny, I am never going to let you forget that I got that
That
right.
is so spooky. We were both thinking of the same
Yeah.
thing. Before you said it, I was
But
thinking
it just
that.
goes to show that that image would just work with this perfectly,
Yeah,
because we were
would.
both thinking the same thing. Right, now I am going to add in another one of these branches. And this time I'm going to put this one just on the top there, so it looks as if it's kind of coming over the tree, because I really want to build that tree up, okay? And the other thing I'm going to do is, I've got one of these, it's like a little bush, sprig. So I'm not good with flower, branch, whatever.
Yeah, it's branches. Yeah.
This one's from the Florist's Flourishes. Now you can see it's got where it's going to sit, where you could pop it on the bottom. I'm going to cut that ever so slightly. So I'm just cutting that little bit off, so it looks like that. And I'm going to add one of these there, so it almost gives me the illusion of branches. So I'm going to add a little bit.
Hi to Joanne Garrett on YouTube. She says, hi Lauren, Dave, mine's on the way. Can't
Hey.
wait. Nice
Oh,
one, look, Joanne.
wow.
Congratulations. It's on its way.
Oh, it's so nice as well when you're just there waiting for your delivery to
Oh, I know.
come.
And you won't have to wait long.
No, not long at all. And I'm
Well,
gonna
actually,
add
if you
that
order
on
it
there,
now, it will be out the door in the UK by 2 o'clock.
which is so good, isn't it? Well, we had somebody email in already, didn't we, saying theirs is
This is on the way.
on
Yep.
the way. Right, so I've added them to it, and so I've cut the bottom bit off, and now I'm going to go in with the branches with the leaves on, okay? And all I'm going to do is just build this up. So I'm going to add one there. And what is lovely about this is you could add in so many of these and really build this up, or you could just add in a couple just to give it a bit of dimension.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go in. and just
It
add
never
these.
ceases to amaze me. You kind of think to yourself, surely one day someone's going to run out of ideas as to how to do a different design for a card. But Nick and the team and Mark and the gang always come up with a new exciting launch every single month. Don't know how they do it.
No, and especially with the card bases as well.
Yeah.
Because at some point you think, oh, I've got all the card bases that I need. Surely there's nothing that exciting. You know, most of the card bases are done, and then you see a new card base and you're like, oh, well, that's really different.
Yeah, exactly. Just like this.
And I'm going to add one there as well, just to bring that out a bit. And then I'm going to bring the birdhouse in as well. So we're going to put some glue on that, and then I'm going to set that so it looks as if it's just hanging there under that
How cute
tree.
that?
So you've got that there. And then we're going to add a little bit of foliage around the bottom of this tree as well then. So let's add in a little bit more. So I'm still using all these little bits that I am using are from the Florist Flourish.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just, and this is what I mean about that particular dye. You will use this so much with other collections as well. These are just ones that will just fit in with so many collections that you'll have at home already. Now this one, you can see I've used it there, going up the side of the tree. But again, as with all of carnation dyes, it's so easy to snip into. This branch, I'm just going to follow that branch like that. And then you've got two little bits then that you can add in. So just cut those down. And I'm going to add one there like that. And I'm going to add one there.
And just to let you know, if you do want the Pinflare glue gel, which of course is what Laura's using, that's on our website as well. We stock that. We stock the PVA, everyday glue, 7 bottles.
Yes, I don't think there's anything. You've got all your essential bits that you'll need.
Tiny lights, tools,
Acetate, vellum.
everyday applicators, the tiny little applicators that Laura was using for the sentiments. They're on the website as well. So take advantage of your free P&P if you're in the UK. Fill your boots with things that you're running out of.
Oh, I like what you did there, Dave.
Fill your boots. Yeah, didn't even think of that.
That's going to go there, like that. And then I'm going to add the little hat, because I feel like I can't not add that hat in. I think it's so cute. So.
Oh, now Pearl's got a good idea. She said, I think I'll be getting another die set of the branches and things, so it doesn't take me so long to die cut out. So you can do 2 at the same time.
Oh,
Yeah, if
that's
you can
a
afford
good
it,
idea.
that's a really good idea. If that's what you're going to be cutting out a lot of, which I'm sure you will be, if you can
Yeah.
afford to go for 2 sets, yeah.
Yeah, the Florist, that one, which is what I'm using now. So this again from the same one. It's one of those ones that you kind of
Florist
look at it and
flourishes.
you think, oh, am I going to use that much? But you will be able to use this. You know, think of all those scene building dyes that you've got, or those florals that you've got, anything at all. These will just work with all of them. They just fit in so well, and they really do help build your scene up and complete everything and just bring everything together.
And not only do you get the best price on launch day or the day after, that discounted price is only there for a limited time until the end of the week, $119.99. You also get the artwork as a thank you for free from Carnation. I'll tell you how to get that in a second in case you are brand new. Look at that wonderful card. Now that could be a Just Because card, couldn't it? That says with cheer. So it could be maybe someone's retiring or something like that. That would be a lovely
They're
retirement
so
card.
lovely. I love though, because you've got that base as well. You can just see how, like, the stool and the boots, they look as if they're sitting there, don't they? They just
Ready
fit.
for a ramble.
Yeah, they just fit so well. And the tree, you can build that up. And like we said, you know, you could do this exact same card now, and you could have that with Younger Heart in there, or you could have the dogs there. This is just going to work with so many collections.
And that looks a little bit like a conservatory now.
Yeah, it does a bit actually, saying that in white. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you like the collection, it's called A Warm Welcome, which is perfect for the season we're approaching and going into, autumn, with the wonderful rich warm colours, the warm reds, the warm golds. You can get all of the dyes you can see here. For me, one of the highlights definitely are those verses with cheer, wonderful, and fine friend, really different, love the font, love everything about them. The whole collection should be and will be £135 or £134.99 towards the end of the week. If you order it today though, you're going to get that extra £15 off the price. Free UK P&P. If you're in the USA, your shipping and handling is £4.95, and remember, if you order today, it will be tariff free. We can't say when that's going to change, but at the moment, if you order now, it will be tariff free, which is a big deal. And then if you're wanting to add, say, the perfect papers or something else to your order, the maximum shipping and handling in the USA will be $14.95. Now, this extra die set, I cannot quite get my head around this. All day today I've been saying this should be 50 odd pounds. If I drop one in just to show you, look at the sort of thing you can do with it. You don't have to have the panel in the middle, you can snip that out. Nick has made sure that there are little pips that you can easily trim with a craft knife to remove it, so you've got it open, you can leave it solid. But there's, I counted, I think there's 17 dies, maybe give or take one or two, but there's about 17 dies in there to make the most ornate, beautiful card. It reminds me of like stately homes. If you go on a tour of a stately home, that's the sort of mirror that you'd see, or the furniture you'd see. And then the perfect papers, which are cardstock, obviously 300 GSM. You get 48 of them, and these are colour matched to complement the artwork that you can print off. And the vignettes, remember, which is the artwork, you can, once you've bought the collection, go to carnationcrafts.co.uk, download section, and you can print off all the artwork free of charge, as many times as you like. Okay, demo 2.
Right, so we are going to use the Triptych card. Right, now I've cut it out in white, and again, every time I look at this, I just think of so many different ways to use it, especially there, seeing it in white. You could take that to any theme card at all, and it will work perfectly. Now I've cut 2 of these out because I want this base to be nice and strong. I'm going to just glue them back to back.
Pearl's just said, I have a lot of walking friends, so this will be making lots of cards using this die set.
Aww.
Yeah, it's a nice little pastime, especially in the autumn when it's still not too cold. Get out and admire the colours.
Yeah, it is really lovely. I feel like more and more people go out walking now, don't they, and hiking, and it's become a lot more popular. Right, now I'm just going to add little bits.
I live down on the south coast, near the New Forest. So this time of the year around there is just, oh my God, amazing.
Oh, lush.
Yeah.
No,
lush, I like that word.
I'm going to stick that on there.
That's a Welsh word, isn't it?
Lush. That is a Welsh word. Have you not heard me say that before?
No. Well, I haven't noticed it if you did.
Right, so we've got that. So we've got 2 of those cardstocks on there now, and I'm going to have this. That is how my card is going to sit for this one, okay?
Okay.
So we've got our base, and we're going to go in with our mats next. So I've used the Perfect Papers. This is that really dark burgundy red colour, and this one has the Dainty Daisy design on it. So we're going to add that onto.
We've got a question, Laura, from Josephine Rabito, or Rabito, sorry. Hi Josephine. Hi Laura, Dave and Bunny. Does the card shape with the sentiment fold for posting, and does the Triptych card also fold to post? Yes, they do, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah,
So, yes, so the ones that we just...
Yep, no problem
so
with
you
that.
can see this is flat now, and the same with the other one, that will fold completely flat.
Yep. I mean, if I just show
there you go,
you.
Dave's got one.
There you go.
Do you want me to do it here?
I'll just give it to you.
There you go. So that's going to stand up like that.
Yeah.
And then you could either just post like that, or you could post it
like that.
Like that. You got different options, but yeah, it will fold completely flat.
There you go, Josephine. Thanks for the question.
There you go.
No problem.
Right, so I've added in the larger mat with that daisy design. I'm going to add in the mat next there, and then let's glue our next layer in. So these again are your dies that you're just running through.
And that, remember, is another one of the patterned papers in the Perfect Paper bundle.
Add this layer on, so you've got those two on the edge. You've also got the cut lines in there as well, so if you wanted to cut these out, make them into an aperture style, you can do that as well, or you could add the dies in. You've got different options with the paneling on here. Right, so we've got our mats in. Now my sentiment is going to sit across the front of the card, but before I put that in, I'm going to go in with my flowers, okay? Now the flowers I'm using, I'm going to use that smaller one, and I'm using the one almost like a bouquet, but the bouquet one is like that. I've snipped the top bit away. Okay, so I've got 3 of them that I've done that to, so I've just cut them down.
Again, the bouquet's got little cut lines, so you can
easily
see
so you're not fussy cutting,
no.
You are just
snipping
into them.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just leave my mat there for my sentiment, and I am going to stick this, and we're going to build these flowers around, okay? So let's add some glue, and then I'm just going to leave that kind of where that would be, so I can see where everything is going to sit.
Just place it without putting any glue down to start with to see what looks good.
Yeah, so if I was doing this at home, just go in, I would like roughly go kind of like that ish, and then you can add that there, and then you can maneuver things around then, so you can kind of gauge what's going to go where, so you can see a bit better.
And remember, the artwork never will change. It's free when you buy the collection. It's going to be free going forward. So if ever you run out of the artwork, just print some off. And we recommend Pro Print paper, which we have on the website, to get the best colours. Yeah,
you get the most vibrant colours using the Pro Print, so 100% would recommend using that. And then that's going to go there. Now what I'm going to do, because I want this card, so these 2 panels, I want them to fall back on themselves. So if you were going to do this at home, just make sure that you don't glue the flower, because it's quite easy to go, oh, that goes there, and you glue it without thinking about it, but you want it to stay forward.
Yeah.
So you need to glue it to the sentiment, okay? So I'm just going to add some glue on there. And then what we'll do is you'll get different levels then in there too. So I'm going to add that in there like that. So that's going to go there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this centre bit in, and then we can tuck some
You're almost out of pin flare.
I know, I have got I did pull another one out. Where's that gone?
Got another one up here on the shelf.
I'm sure I did pull another. Oh, I think it's down there. I knew I pulled another one out. Right, and then we're going to go in and do the same thing. So again, just make sure you are gluing on this panel here. And then let's add, oh, got 2 there. Let's add this in. So you can just go in and tuck those.
What do? Do you print off the vignettes as you need them, or do you just have a splurge and do a whole lot in one go?
Cut them out. Just, you know, if you're cutting out and you're just like, maybe you're just having a play, or you know, you haven't got a specific card that you need to make, I would just cut out maybe 2 or 3 of each one and just have them there, and then you can have a play around with them, because I always find I always find for me I find it more distracting if I have to like stop and then print something and then cut it again. So I'd rather just go in and cut them out.
Have a printing session, have a cutting session, and then a making session.
Yeah, and then you've got them all there then, ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to add that in there.
Mm-hmm. Going to try and see if we can get 3 demos in before the end of the show. Remember, there's 3 shows on launch day and 3 shows the day after. So, is it the same times tomorrow? 10,
Yes.
12, and
10, 12 and 2.
and 2. So many more demos, many more looks at finished samples.
Yeah, and the 2 o'clock show on the second day, so 2 o'clock tomorrow, we do the DT showcase. So
Okay.
I make cards that the design team have made.
Oh, so you
So
show
you can
how
see,
to do it.
yeah, so you can see how the design team have done their cards, which is really nice
That's
because
good.
we get to see some more of the design team cards then as well. And then all I'm going to do then is I would do this. I'll just do a couple because we'll try and get another demo in. But all I would do then is use those little decoupage pieces
Mm-hmm.
to just go around and just fill in any little gaps or any areas where you think needs a little bit more colour, or you want to even out, maybe you want more of the reds in there, just go in and fill those in. I won't put any more in because we'll try and get another demo in.
I'm just thinking as well, if you are watching us in America, that would be a lovely Thanksgiving card, wouldn't it?
Oh, that would be a nice thing. Oh, do you know what, Dave? Wouldn't they be nice, like, table settings?
Yeah.
You could have, like, the table number on there, couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Now let's show you a few more finished cards, some that I haven't shown you just yet, to give you some more ideas. One more demo to come. Pam Simpson has done this one. And remember, you can use the sentiments in lots of ways. You can use them going up the spine, as it's been done here. And I think that's really effective. Or you can use them on the top, and you can also use them horizontally and vertically. So, and we're bringing in the triptych, just using 2 panels of the triptych there. That's Barbara who's done that. And don't forget that fantastic tree trunk can be printed left and right with the double-sided vignettes. So you can put 2 together to actually make a complete tree trunk if you want to, and that does look really effective. A couple more. Another one that I don't think I've shown you yet. Did I show you this one? I don't think I did. This is using it vertically, but there's nothing stopping you if you wanted to. There it is vertically, but if you wanted to use it that way, nothing stopping you doing that. Obviously it's been designed to stay vertical at the moment, but you can certainly adapt it. This one here is a horizontal one, and this is done by Vera. There we go. Isn't that lovely? And that's without any sentiment on it whatsoever. And bringing in some more of the amazing Perfect Papers, the 300 GSM cardstock. Look at that, in that gorgeous green. So the collection today, it's launch day. When we started the second show, just one show in today, it was 30% gone in 1 hour. 250901, it will go up to 134.99 if we have any stock left at the end of the week. And if you buy it today, if you're in the US, it's tariff free. Okay, we can't say how long that's going to be the case for, but it's tariff free at the moment if you order live. And if you're in the UK, it's free P&P for you. If you're in the US, it's £4.95. And take into account, of course, the triptych and also the Perfect Papers as you go. Take advantage of it. Right, demo 3.
Right, so we're going to do like a normal card for this one. So I have tried to mix them up as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go in with the Perfect Papers to start off with. So I've got that lovely deep burgundy red on that like gingham check style. I do really like that.
Yeah, I do.
I think it works really well. So we've got that there in for our background, and then I'm going to go in with a layer of craft card. So I've just added some foam tape on the back of here. So just raise this one up from that back layer. So that is going to sit there. And then we're going to go in with a layer of white card. So we'll just glue this onto that craft card like that. So I've got my frame then there ready to go.
Don't forget, if you're ordering in the UK, our postman here at Carnation arrives in about 1 hour and 10 minutes. So your order could be on its way at 2 o'clock this afternoon. You might even get it tomorrow. Can't promise, but Lots of people say they do get the next day.
Yeah, lots of people do. Now I'm going to go in with that tree. So this is from branching out. Now you can see the beauty of having the mirrored vignettes. Now I want this to sit on this side of my card, so I can just flip it round and have it there. But obviously you have got the option of putting it that way, but because you're doing it with the mirrored, so this is the back, I can now just put that there like that and it works perfect.
Perfect.
So let's add.
So this sort of size is, what would this be, like a, would this be like 8 by 6 sort of size?
Yeah, I'd say something like that. I think, yeah, because I think it's bigger than A4, isn't it? That's going to go on the edge there like that, and then I am going to build in my florals with this. So I'm almost making a flower tree. So we're going to add in, get the last little bit out of that.
I'm thinking like, it's giving me Harvest Festival vibes as well.
Yeah, it's just the colours in this is so pretty. And I'm going to tuck that like that, and then I'm just going to cut that bottom bit off so you don't see that. So I've got my flowers there, and then before I add any more in, I'm going to have my sentiment, and I'm going to put this so it just goes like that. Now I wanted this to sit slightly off the card itself, because I think I love it when the card goes off the actual card itself. I just think it makes it stand out a little bit more. It just draws your eye in, so I really like it when the die goes slightly off.
Sentiments are quite small, aren't they? But these are huge, and they really make a bold statement.
They are, but I like that they can be the focal point on their own. Yeah. So you could just use these completely independently if you wanted to.
Like we said before, the way they're written, the font is so flowing and so beautiful.
Yeah, and especially you can mix these up as well. So for me, you know, these aren't just perfect for your card making. These are going to be perfect for if you do memory books or scrapbooking, or if you do home decors like shadow boxes. They're just, you're going to be able to use them. Yeah, even on a present. Yeah, they would be perfect, wouldn't they? So I'm going to go in now and add some more.
Well, actually, if you're giving a bouquet of flowers, the with love, if you cut it out a couple of times so it's quite strong, like card and board, you could put it in with the flowers, couldn't you, and just rest it on the top.
Oh, that's a nice idea. You could absolutely do that. That would look really lovely as well, wouldn't it?
If you're getting someone a pot plant, you could put the with love around the base of the pot plant.
Yeah, it could sit, if you make boxes, it would sit on top of a box, lovely. There's so many ways that you could do it, couldn't you? So I am just going to add in these flowers. I'm just picking, this is one of the lovely things about Pinflair. You can just pick something up and add it in.
And it gives you time to put something else in if you want to. It's not an instant stick.
No, you've got time to move things around.
How long does it take to go off then before it's really hard? Do you leave it overnight?
If you're posting it, I would 100% leave it till the next day.
Yeah.
I think the proper answer is 24, or it's either 12 or 24 hours.
Right.
But in a couple of hours, you can, maybe an hour or two, you can feel that it's gone hard.
Right.
But if you could, it's almost like you can feel it's hard, but if you really forced it, you might be able to move it.
Yeah.
But I'd say after a couple of hours, it's set.
Right.
But
it depends on the temperature of your room as well. But I mean.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But yeah, I would definitely. It's not worth the risk. No. I would definitely leave it until the next day if you were going to be posting.
Now, the update before we say goodbye to this show, The main collection is now on 35% gone, and this is only the second show of 6 that we've got scheduled here. There's another one today at 2 o'clock and 3 more tomorrow, 10, 12 and 2. So 35% of the main collection, a warm welcome, has gone. And I'm not surprised, so many of you are loving the Triptych as well. 55% of the stock of the Triptych card base has gone at $29.99. Still can't get my head around that price. Absolutely brilliant value.
Yeah, it's a lovely one, isn't it? Right, now I'm going to add in with chia. So I'm just going to glue that in place, and then that's going to sit there. So I've added in some of the mushrooms here down the bottom, and then I'm going to bring in my squirrel next.
The cutest little character.
He is so cute, isn't he?
A light snack, that one's called, if you want that on its own.
And then I'm going to
All the individual elements are on the website if you want just a couple of dies. Someone said that they bought kind of half the collection today. That's entirely up to you. The best value is always the main collection. But
yeah, for me, I know I'm terrible. I always get like, I know I'd regret it if I didn't.
did not the whole thing.
Yeah, so I'm, but obviously, you know, get what you can afford and what you need.
Yeah.
But yes, you do get such good value when you go for the whole collection, and you have everything there as well then, so you know everything's going to mix and match and work perfectly together.
And Carnation has such a massive fan base in the UK, but also a huge fan base in the US as well. And remember, if you are an American viewer and customer of Carnation, this is tariff free today. We can't say that will be the case tomorrow or the next day, but it's tariff free today.
It is, yes, because I seen a message somebody asked in our Facebook group earlier, I think it was after the first show, asking if we shipped to the US, so we definitely do.
Some people don't at the moment because of uncertainty. We can, and we are offering tariff free today only, as far as I'm aware. So,
right, so I've added in the acorn there, so I'll add in a little bit of decoupage onto that. And then I'm going to add in some of the flowers around here, and then I'm going to add a couple on top just to fill in a couple of little gaps, just to make that look nice and full. But I just think there's just so many different ways of bringing this collection together.
You don't have to use the card bases if you don't want to. You can do a conventional shaped card, like a rectangular one like Laura's doing at the moment, or you can bring in the card base or the Triptych and use it all together. Think about other card bases you've got from Carnation in your collection. I'm sure they've worked with it too.
Yeah, you can just keep going with these, can you? I think this is the hardest bit, is deciding, like, okay, I think I've added in, I think I've put enough in now. I think this on there. And there we go. But just to show you a mix of using.
Oh wow. Every card today a winner. You can't make a bad card with Carnation, we always say that. And look at the dimension, look at what's going on in there. And rather than it just being flowers, it's like a harvest festival. You've got your toadstools, your mushrooms, you've got your acorns in there, but it's the colours that get me. That's what first caught my attention when I saw the collection today, with the beautiful warm tones. It is like nature giving you a hug. I said that before, but it's true really. And it's 250901. 119.99 is your price for all the dies that you can see here. The vignettes, which is what we call the artwork at Carnation. Once you've bought the actual collection, then just go to carnationcrafts.co.uk, go to downloads, and you'll see a warm welcome there. That's all the artwork that you can see on the packaging, all the artwork that you can see the DT team have used and Laura's used today, all free. Print off a whole load, print off as many sheets on your Pro Print paper as you want to, and then just wait for the dies to arrive, and it won't be long. And if you are in the US, we are shipping today tariff free, just $4.95 shipping and handling for the collection. If you go for your perfect papers, then that goes up to $14.95 for shipping and handling. Great to see you.
And you.
See you. You're on at 2 o'clock, and again tomorrow 10,
Yes.
12 and 2. I'll be back in a month, so I'll see you for the launch then. Looking forward to that. Thanks for your company today, but make sure you join Laura for more demos in an hour's time at 2 o'clock this afternoon for another warm welcome.